Many of you may not know this, but I do stream over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Big D Geekdom 101, where we do classic video games from the past as well as some new ones too. Twitch.tv/Big D Geekdom 101. Give me a follow and we'll have a good time. You know, when you analyze Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 74, there was a line in that manga chapter that really stood out to me where Vegeta tells Granolah that he's getting stronger. He got stronger as they fought. So during that fight, he's getting stronger. And that's not the first time we've heard that happen, especially not in Dragon Ball. Most recently, in Dragon Ball Super Broly, Vegeta states that Broly gets stronger when he fights. So that made me wonder what would happen? What would actually happen if Broly fought Granolah? Now, on the surface, Granolah, obviously, you would think would win because of all his being the strongest in the universe stuff, the wish. But Broly in Dragon Ball Super Broly went from being like under Super Saiyan, or at least equal to Super Saiyan Vegeta, to surpassing Goku and Vegeta together within like a few minutes. So if this
Right.
guy fights Granolah in a heated battle, what would happen? I got MJ with me right there. You see him right over here. We're going to be discussing that today on this video. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, man? Just here to talk about Broly versus Granolah.
Yes. It's such a what a topic, bro. Remember, we gotta mix and match these. We gotta do Granolah versus Jiren next. We gotta do Granolah versus Beerus. We gotta do
hmm
Granolah versus Hit. We gotta do all the fan favorites, bro. And
It's
you
like
know
when
what?
Dragon Ball Super Broly came out. We just dropped Broly versus whoever, man. It was a
triple
gauntlet, dude.
triple threat matches, bro. Like they're fun to
Yeah.
talk about. So, all right, I
Yeah.
want to get into this with you. So, what happens with Vegeta and Broly is not necessarily a Zenkai, because the way Zenkai was explained to us in the old Dragon Ball Z is that a Saiyan has to either get into a near death situation or get beat up in battle, at least, even a little bit bruised, and he'll get stronger. Here, it appears like Vegeta has honed his skills to the point where he's able to get stronger as he fights, which is fine. I mean, I wish they explained that a bit more, but it's not totally out of the realm of possibility because you saw Broly do it. So the question is Granolah versus Broly. Obviously, when they begin the fight, Granolah will have the advantage because Granolah has the powers of the strongest in the universe. He's got the you know the pinpoint accuracy and all that, and I feel like
Right.
with just those skills he could defeat Broly. But I also feel like Granolah, with his hatred of the Saiyans, he's got two things going against him: his hubris and his anger. He's
Yeah.
very egotistical now that he's the strongest because of the wish, and he's also really mad at the Saiyans. And I think if he finds
Right.
out that Broly's a Saiyan, he may make the mistake of underestimating Broly. And during that fight, Broly could garner so much more power, like he did in Dragon Ball Super Broly, that Granolah may feel threatened. We may get more of an answer in Chapter 75, but what do you think about the idea of Broly battling Granolah like this with this situation?
I think it makes a lot of sense narratively because you have Granolah, who's like the strongest warrior in the universe, and then in Dragon Ball Super Broly, you had Broly being like the strongest warrior in the universe if you don't count the fusion,
Or the
of
gods?
Goku and Vegeta or the gods.
Yeah.
But specifically on like Warrior Mortal, the way Jiren's the strongest mortal in Universe 11, you would have Broly being the strongest. Maybe now not the case because of Mirrors. I don't know if he kept his abilities or not, but
Yeah, that we don't even have an answer
yeah,
for
yeah,
that,
we,
bro.
we don't even
Yeah.
have an answer for that, so forget about that. But talking strictly on power, you have Broly, right? The issue with him versus Granola, though, that some people might bring up in the comments is if you remember when Granola first fought Goku and Vegeta, he was doing the whole Ki Blast barrage, and one of them connected with Goku in the back. It hit his vital and took him out to the point where he was out, and Vegeta had to heal him with a Sensu Bean. So if Granola comes into the fight like that, Broly might just get taken out like that.
I'm
However,
with you. I'm with you.
However, there was a couple of other times where Granola did hit Goku in his vitals, and Goku was able to kind of like recollect himself and get back into it, transform, fix his key network, get back into it, off the pressure point. So if he doesn't take the fight too seriously, which is true, because of his anger towards the Saiyans, Broly may have the time to work his way up to that full power, like berserk mode, which was tanking a lot of hits from like Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta in the earlier portion of their fight
The Stardust
before
Breaker.
yeah, the Stardust Breaker and everything. So, um, it's tough to say, dude. I right off the bat though, Granolah is straight up stronger than him.
Way
Um,
stronger. I
way
think
stronger
Granolah.
than him.
No, I think Granolah takes it. The key is the arrogance factor if he fucks around too much. That's the key for me because he
Yeah,
tends to do that. You know, he was fighting Goku with like his clone or whatever. It wasn't really him.
yeah,
And even that was impressive. So I think Granolah is astronomically stronger than Broly, but Broly's growth is the key factor. I think it's one of those things where like what they say in MMA when you have like a guy who's has better cardio, and they always say this in MMA and in pro wrestling. The longer the match goes, the better it'll be for what's like if it's Bret Hart and Yokozuna, because Bret Hart has better cardio, they'll say the longer the match goes, the strategically the better it is for. So in this case, it's for
yeah,
Broly. The longer the fight goes, because you know when it comes to Broly, if you watch my video I did about how Gogeta beat Broly, we discussed how Broly's anatomy is the same as Goku. They have the same genetic tissue, except that Broly just has this ability to get stronger faster. But they
yeah.
have the same vitals, right? Broly has a heart, he has kidneys, he has a dick, which fucking Sheila knows about now. He's got everything that Goku has, bro.
Right.
Broly's the 43-year-old virgin, but not anymore though, because Chila took care of him. But he's not quite like you've been for the past few months. But you know, he might be like you, bro. I'm trying to catch up to you. But anyways,
There's not much to
um,
do on Vampa, so maybe. You know.
that's right, bro. You're busy editing and whatnot. He's over here. He's got all that free time. He got the little house that Goku gave him, bro. You know, Lemo sleeps outside most nights, bro. Anyways, that's why I like doing these with you, bro. We can get pervy on here, but
Oh
y'all know
man.
I'm telling the truth. Y'all know I'm telling the truth, bro. Broly's first piece of ass, you know she has a crush on him. You know it's natural. But anyways,
Right.
Gogeta was going for those punches to the gut to soften Broly up for the big the imploder move, the backflip imploder move, and then the Kamehameha.
Yeah.
And I feel like Granolah would be able to pinpoint that and probably knock Broly out quick. I mean, if you want to dispute this in the comments, please feel free to do so. I just don't think Broly has a chance. The only way he would have a chance, I know we got Broly fans out here that wank him, and there's nothing wrong with. Well, if you're gonna be a fan of anybody in Dragon Ball, whether it be Beerus and Broly, you have to disconnect your or Vegeta, whatever.
Yeah.
Disconnect your fanboy goggles and look at this objectively. Because I think too many Dragon Ball fans put the fanboy goggles on. I love Vegeta. I love Broly. He's the strongest. Not necessarily. You gotta look at this objectively here. Yes, Broly has the biggest growth in the history of anybody in Dragon Ball, but Granolah, if he's not screwing around, would wipe this dude out in a couple hits. But if he is screwing around and Broly does catch up, and boy, how powerful would he end up being after a fight with Granolah? Terrifying.
Right. I mean, if you really want to say he could probably, last a few rounds with Granolah, maybe you can like look at Laughingstock Media and look at that theory that he has about how like Zenkais or Saiyan increases work. You might have heard him talk about it before, but he talked about like how there's like a degree of danger, like depending on how strong the opponent is, the Saiyan like rises to the occasion to fight that specific opponent.
That's been
Um,
theorized by fans for a very
yeah.
long time. Yeah.
So the reason why maybe Broly capped out at like early Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta was because of that. Maybe you could say Broly would, if Granolah fucks around, Broly could rise to like Granola's level of power. Which, if that's the case, that's scary because that's gonna be a berserk dude with just insane amounts of power. Like his battle
It,
power would be insane, you know.
yeah.
But
Rematch with Gogeta, bro.
I still believe though, if that's the case, if you somehow say Broly reaches Granola's level of power, I do believe that even though Granolah is, under the influence of all that hatred and he hates Saiyans, he might still be able to have somewhat of a clear head
He's very
to
cunning. That's the thing. He is
yeah,
very
yeah,
cunning.
he's very cunning that he would actually maybe do what Gogeta did, like you said earlier, and start hitting the vital points and wear him down. So maybe that could happen. But I think either way, no matter how you look at this fight, Granolah takes it. Either he knocks him out at the beginning of the fight when Broly's taking base or whatever before he can even do anything,
But
or he
even
lets
in
him.
But even in Berserk, he'd still knock him out, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I
like if
think
he so there you go.
the only way he would lose is if he's hitting Broly with jabs and jabs and jabs, and Broly's getting stronger and stronger and not finishing him off. If he's getting him to the brink of
Right.
losing but not finishing him off, which would be a very boneheaded move. But we've seen characters in Dragon Ball do stupid shit since all the way back in original Dragon Ball. Villains and people who have egos, that's been the recurring story in Dragon Ball. Vegeta does it,
Right.
even Gohan does it. They underestimate
Yeah.
their opponents. Even Goku with Moro made mistakes doing this. It's a
Yeah.
recurring thing. And Granolah thinking he's hot shit because he made the wish might be one of those guys as well. Let us know in the comments if you have any other arguments for Broly, but I think Granolah takes it. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think he takes it either way. So.
Push the like button, subscribe if you're new. Talk to you soon.